This is the greatest Lucio guide ever created by anybody, ever, in existence. Nobody's gonna top this tutorial. I hope you know that. I literally made notes for this video, okay? I made fucking notes. I don't even take notes in school. This is serious shit, okay? If you really want to improve on Lucio, stay to the end. Like, watch this shit for real. I'm not playing with you. I am a peak 3800 Lucio main. I'm not here to say that I'm the best Lucio of all time and you should only listen to me. Like, listen, this is just off of my experience. From what I've learned playing Lucio, this is what works the best for me, and this is what I think is the most important for the character itself. Well, asked me to make a Lucio tutorial, and I'm gonna make one. So, I'm not a professional Lucio by any means. There are millions, there are probably thousands and millions of Lucios better than me. Out of everything that I'm about to say, there's one thing that really sticks with you. Let it be this. Lucio is an off support. He is not a main healer. Okay? Well, Michael, what the fuck does that mean? I'm gonna explain to you. An off support is a support that has healing, right, but doesn't specialize in healing, as someone like Moira, okay? Moira specializes in strictly healing, whereas somebody like, if you're playing Lucio like a heal bot, you should just swap immediately. Swap to Moira, swap to Baptiste, swap to even Brig, you know, someone that can just do more healing if you're gonna play like that, all right? I really want to stress that, because in a lot of lower ranks, I'm talking about like gold and under, in a lot of those ranks, I notice a lot of people play Lucio like a main healer. You're not gonna see any top 500 Lucio that plays like a heal bot. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, perfect. Right here. This is perfect. This is exactly what I was talking about just now. So you see, they nano the I think it's the Orisa. Our Zarya is fucking critical, right? I know most of y'all right now in this situation would just say, fuck it, I'ma just heal the Zarya. You know, it makes sense. She's critical. I'm a healer, so I heal her, right? No, it's not that. It's not that simple. So this Zarya is critical. She's getting beamed by a nano boosted Orisa, going to die if she doesn't get some help, right? Look what I do here. You saw that? I did not heal our Zarya. I stayed on heal mode and amped our Zarya, she would have died 100%. Because this is the thing, right? Heal amp is alright. What's better than healing damage is having them not take damage at all, right? So speeding somebody away from danger is much more effective than just heal amping them, right? But there are definitely certain instances where you need to heal amp, okay? Especially on 2CP. Your heal amp and your normal heal mode is pretty much 70% of how you're gonna get ult charge, I would say. That is your main way of getting ultimate charge. Look what I did right here, right? So this Sigma, right? He's kind of out of position. If somebody's caught out of position, look what I do here. Look what you can do. You can boop them into your team to secure a kill. And it's really overpowered, and it's something that you should really start doing. Like, if you see somebody out of position, it's your job as Lucio to boop them into your team and secure that kill. And don't be afraid to take 1v1s. You'll notice a lot of the times when I'm playing Lucio, if you guys ever watch my videos, if you really look into it, a lot of the times when a team fight breaks out, I try to use my amp ability for my team, like have my team push in or to heal my team or whatnot, and then I immediately look to take a 1v1 from somebody, because even if you don't secure the kill on that person, you are basically taking them out of the fight. So like, say speed in your Rhine and your Zarya and everybody else, and then you immediately go for the Ana in the backline. That is very high value, because you sped your team in, which is like 50% of your job as Lucio, and you're trading Lucio heals for Ana heals. And even a bronze player knows that Ana does way more healing than Lucio. Right, so definitely look to do that. Look to take 1v1s. Lucio is definitely a duelist character. He's the best at taking 1v1s, right next to all the DPS. He's the only support who can actually take 1v1s confidently. Like, as Lucio, you should literally look for 1v1s. Positioning, right? Positioning on any character is pretty important, but for supports, it's probably more important, because as a support, you can't be dying. Like, you need to be alive. If you die, the team fight is basically over, no matter what. So for Lucio, you can't be too far back, right? Because then people aren't going to have the benefits of your aura, and you can't be too far up. So you want to be kind of in the middle, but if you're confident, you could play near your tanks or next to them if you really want to. Positioning on Lucio isn't too important, right? But it's just something worth mentioning. As long as people are in your aura and you're not playing like a dumbass, you're probably fine. Not enough people don't talk about Lucio's gun. It is extremely hard to use, and even though I have like a nerdy amount of hours on Lucio, I still struggle with his gun like all the time. There's really nothing you can do about that. It's kind of just you learn his gun through just playing games pretty much. So you have to lead your shots no matter what because he's a projectile character. So definitely focus on leading your shots on Lucio. Right? A lot of Lucio is pretty much just movement and mechanics. I suggest going into different maps and trying to gain speed through your wall rides. Just run around, just have fun, and just, you know, kind of freestyle basically. You want to try never to be on the ground as Lucio. One of the greatest passive abilities in the video game. So definitely use that to your advantage. I want to talk about this right here specifically. And this is ultimate usage, right? As Lucio, this is one of your biggest jobs right here, is leading the team in. Depending on the kind of comp you have, you really need to carry some team fights like this. So look, you see how we caught the Roadhog lagging? We want to take advantage of that as quickly as possible, right? So what I do is I automatically speed us in because my team knows to. Like, we just gotta pick. We need to get in there immediately. So I speed my team in and I sound barrier them so they can play extremely aggressive and we just get a fucking team away. So look, check this out.
Ready to activate the sound barrier. Oh, let's break it.
Tactical visor activated.
So even though I ran into a dragon and died there, I did my job. Anything after that would just be helping my team secure kills. About abilities, okay? Lucio has crossfade, which switches between songs, and he has amp ability, which will increase your healing output and your speed to you and your teammates. The timing of amp is extremely important because it really determines whether you lose a team fight or not. If your Ryan gets a big shatter and you don't have speed amp, you have failed as a Lucio. You need to be ready to use speed at any time. Also, if there are like 3 people critical and you don't have heal amp, you've also kind of failed, right? So you have to, and it's gonna happen, obviously. Like, sometimes you're gonna do a bad amp, but it's whatever. I do shitty amps all the fucking time. His amp is the hardest part. Timing it is one of the hardest things. So you need speed amp ready. If they use a ultimate abilities, like May Freeze, you speed amp. If they nano a tank and you need to get the fuck out of there, speed amp. What else? Mines, speed amp. Diva Bomb, speed amp. Deadeye, speed amp. Rocket Barrage, speed amp. Like, you guys get the point. Speed amp counters a lot of shit, which is why it's so good and which is why it's his strongest ability. But teabagging as Lucio is one of your jobs, okay? It raises your team's morale. Lucio is the most versatile character, meaning he can also peel very well because of his boop ability and his heal amp and everything. Like, if you're playing Lucio Ana, part of your job is to make sure that Ana isn't getting destroyed. So as Lucio, you're also a peeler, so remember, keep that in mind. You need to adapt with whatever composition your team has. You should probably be doing that for all characters. Pretty important in Overwatch to know how to adapt with certain team compositions, especially if you don't want to swap. And about DPSing too, when you take a 1v1 or you want to go DPS Lucio, you need to know who to target. I suggest focusing the main healers, which is what I always do because the main healers are the most important. Try to focus squishy targets. Definitely go for Widow. Definitely go for Ashe. If you know how to take the 1v1, pretty much any sniper except maybe Hanzo. Take the Hanzo 1v1 occasionally because he can easily kill you. So Hanzo's pretty much the only exception. Don't take Soldier 1v1s unless you know he doesn't have his healing ability. He does, just leave. Literally. Then if you boop him out of his healing pad, he'll just sprint right back to it. So it's if they have an enemy Baptiste, definitely be sure to try to get Lamp out of the way because that is extremely important. Go for him, make sure he uses his Lamp, and then get out. Because in my book, that's a W. You pretty much just made him use an ultimate. Lamp is literally an ultimate on just on like a 20-second cooldown. Pretty much it, to be honest with you. This was kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. I went really off track with my notes and everything, and I just started kind of like just talking about it just off the dome. I'm sorry if this video isn't, you know, the most organized Lucio tutorial. There's probably millions, probably thousands of other Lucio tutorials you could find that are 10 times more organized than this one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And make sure to teabag people. If you want to get extra value, teabag in real life as well. I'll definitely make another Lucio tutorial, probably for Overwatch 2, whenever that comes out and whatnot. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys, helps you rank up on Lucio, helps you learn Lucio, etc, etc. Pretty much it. Once again, I'm not the greatest Lucio of all time. I don't want to hear people saying, oh, this is incorrect, blah blah blah, this and that. Yes, I know probably some of the things that I said are probably wrong. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out, y'all.